Hello and welcome to Raised on a Garden Pantry. I'm Stephanie and today we're making 2 recipes for dinner tonight. Stay tuned to find out what they are. Today we're making a pork satay, or as we call it in our house, peanut butter pork, and a Chinese chicken salad minus the chicken. I found a recipe that sounded really good. It's kind of made with those ramen noodles. I don't know, I found a different recipe, so I was going to give that one a try. So let's get started on the marinade for the peanut butter pork. So here is the recipe. I will leave it down in the description box below, so don't worry. But here is the original recipe that I have had for probably 20 years. It looks like it's been well loved. But all right, so we're gonna get started. I'll look at this recipe here. First thing we need is I have some chopped onion. We need about a cup of that. So get that in our blender here. And then we need some garlic that I kind of just chopped up. Real simple, easy to do. Okay, so we have our onions all ready, and we need the peanut butter. So we need about a half a cup of peanut butter. I am just eyeballing it here and kind of putting it in because nobody wants to clean out another peanut butter dish. So we need about a half a cup. Give her more, a little less, a little more, it doesn't matter. This is just the marinade, but it's so good, and my hand is right in the way. All right, that's about a half a cup, maybe a little more. All right, so let me look at here because the directions are not written in the way I would normally probably put these in this container. Okay, so let's see, we need a half a teaspoon of pepper. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball that, black pepper. And we got the garlic. We need, now this coriander, here we go. We need a tablespoon of coriander. I love coriander. It has a nice lemon note to it, and it goes really well with the pork. So, and it says in here we need a tablespoon of salt. So we're going to put a tablespoon in here because this is a marinade, and it's going to be marinating 2 pounds of pork. And today I'm going to be using the pork tenderloin. All right, so we need a half a cup of soy sauce and a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. I'm gonna put that right in there. And then we need a 1/4 cup of sugar. You could leave that out. You could use a substitute, whatever you want to do. People are funny about sugar these days. And a dash of cayenne pepper. Now you can put more or less. I like a little more. So that's what we're gonna have. And then we're just gonna blend this up, and we will continue on. Okay, now I forgot to say you do not have to blend it up, but I kind of like it smooth, and I kind of like that smooth consistency because if you want to save some back that you don't marinate your pork in, it's completely fine to dip in if you want to as well. But that is it. Now we're going to get the pork ready and we'll pour this over. So I have here 2 really nice pork tenderloins, and all I'm going to do is chop them up here. You don't have to use pork tenderloin. You can use a pork loin and it works just as fine. But I got a pork tenderloin the other day, and this is what we're gonna do. But all I'm gonna do is cut them up in about 1 inch or so, a little more or less piece, and I'm gonna just put it in a plastic bag over here, and then that will be it, and then we'll pour that marinade over. All right, so here we go. I just put it in a Ziplock bag. That's 2 pounds of pork. I think it was 2.7 or something, whatever. So, and here's the marinade. I'm going to actually save a little bit back because I do like to make another recipe with this, about 3/4 of a cup. But you know, you can. There's plenty. Ooh, I made a mess. Plenty of marinade in there. Use this to marinate that pork. Sometimes it's probably too much. But I do make another recipe. It's called, I will make in another future video, a Thai chicken pizza, and I use that sauce for the base, like the pizza sauce. So, and it's really good. It's really good. It reminds me of a restaurant that no longer is around, or at least I don't know. It's not where we live at anymore, but we really loved it. But we'll save some marinade back. All right, and that is it. You need to let this marinate in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. And then I will come back later and I will show you how we do it. We put it on skewers. I don't think I said that, but we'll put it on skewers and we will grill it up later. But I will show you that when it's time. All right, so while I'm back, I think I made a really good idea for dinner tonight because I just came in from mowing the lawn and it is hot. I do not want to turn on my stove and cook in the house, or definitely turn on the oven. It is way too warm and I do not have my air conditioning on yet. But anyway, let's get started on our Chinese cabbage salad. I found this really cute, it was on Pinterest, but I will leave a link below to the recipe. But here is the recipe. It's very cute and it's drawn out really nice. So whoever did this, I really appreciate this, and this will probably go into my cookbook if I really like it, which I probably will. But let's get started on making this salad. All right, so this directions say you need a head of cabbage. Well, I am only going to make about half the salad, but it said you can use red or white, but I'm going to use both. Now, did you know that cabbage keeps very well in the refrigerator for months? I bought this right before St. Patrick's Day and I still have it. It does get a little yucky, you know, it gets kind of, I don't know, yucky. It gets yucky on the outside, but all I do is just slice that off and it's good to go. It tastes really good. So if you ever, and here's a new one I just bought, and I'm just going to use about half, I don't know what we'll eat with this. So I'm going to slice up this cabbage. No, the directions do not have a carrot, but I'm going to add a carrot, and I didn't get my green onions out. I will get those out. But I'm going to slice up this cabbage. So all I do is just slice that part off, and it's good as good. It's good as new. Good as good. It's good as good. And I just put this in my composter that I add to all the lovely vegetables that helps make me yummy, delicious new soil for my garden beds. All right, so we'll probably use about this much. I might even make a quarter of this salad. This is a brand new cabbage, so we'll just cut off a hunk of it, and then all I do is just wrap it up and put it in. Let's see how much this gives me, and then we'll go from there. I think that's plenty of cabbage. Plenty. So I got my bowl right back here. I'll put that in, and then we'll mix it around. Okay, we'll have our bowl right here. The next thing, it says some green onions. All right, we'll just kind of do half and half. Now I washed all this stuff. Now, I use cabbage often. It's a really great vegetable. My family, my kids, you know, they really, this one's kind of goofy, really like cabbage. So it's a really nice vegetable to have, especially in the cooler months, because you can keep it and it's still fresh. It still tastes fresh. Like in the garden, if you grow your vegetables and things, you know, it's just nice to have some fresh carrots or the cabbage, because it just gives that fresh element instead of, you know, if you have used your can too, which is completely fine, your canned goods or your home canned goods. Now we use ours a lot. I don't always show them here, but I do use them. Okay, so here is the green onion. Now I just did 2 of that. All right, now I'm just gonna get a grater for the carrot. That's the nice thing about cooking. You can add whatever you want to some degree. I mean, if you feel like it needs a carrot, add a carrot. Now, it says you need some almonds. Over here, I got a carrot in my mouth. That little hump. I should give it to the dog. Okay, so I have some sliced almonds. It says a cup. I'm making about half the recipe, so there we go. And it said a cup of sunflower seeds, but I don't have any, and I didn't get any at the store, so that's completely fine. Now, the good thing here is you're going to take a package of ramen noodles. I'm just using one. The original recipe says 2, but that's just way too much. This is perfect for us. We'll eat this tonight and possibly a little bit tomorrow for lunch, because if I made that whole recipe, that'd just be way too much. So all we do is add our ramen noodles here and kind of break them up. Now we're going to make the dressing. I'm just going to make a quarter of this dressing because I think honestly it's going to be enough. So let's make a 1/4 cup of oil. I think that's a 1/4 cup. Yes. Let's see. We'll see. I can always make some more. All right. And we need a teaspoon of pepper, which I'm just going to sprinkle in a little bit of that. And then we need a sugar. I'm just doing a 1/4 cup. Let's see. And then rice. Oh, salt. So just a little salt, like that much. And then 6 tablespoons, but I'm gonna only do 2, some rice vinegar. Now, every recipe I've ever made has always been with the seasoning packet in here. So this was a little bit different. You know, I feel like the salad, there's some more in there, had the seasoning packet in the dressing. So this one's a little different. But I love rice wine vinegar. I love that. That's what they make sushi rice out of. But I'm going to get a little whisk and get that whisked up a little bit, or just get that dissolved. And you want to get that sugar nice and dissolved. I think that should be enough. Excuse me. Dressing. All right, and here's the recipe there. So cute. I always appreciate artwork. Let's give this a taste. Actually, I feel like I could use a little more of that. That's a lot of sugar. It's really sugary. Maybe a little more. What else? Maybe a little more salt. Maybe I just cut the sugar, I think, in the recipe a little bit for me, for our taste. So, because we do have a type 1 diabetic that lives in our house, which this is completely fine to eat. So, it's not like we eliminate sugar. Because type 1 diabetes, you can have sugar and it's okay. But sometimes we're not used to eating a lot of sugar, so it does taste really sweet. Or you could use a sugar substitute. You could do that. Sometimes I use a monk fruit one, and that one tastes okay. Wow. Just want to mix that up really good. All right. So I'm just trying to get this to dissolve. You want that sugar to dissolve, and it's taking a minute. It's taking a minute for it to dissolve. I did add a little more salt and rice wine vinegar to it, but I think if we just let it sit and let it marinate and mix it, they'll come together. And then here's the salad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep them separate. It's several hours before we actually eat dinner. But I'm going to keep them separate, and then right before I'm served, I'm going to pour it all, the dressing on here, and then we'll taste it. Because sometimes if you do, those noodles will get a little soggy, and I want a crunchy noodle. It's kind of like croutons. But all right, we will try this in a little bit. Okay, so here we go. It's been sitting for more than 2 hours. I don't know how long. So all I'm going to do is use these skewers here, and I'm going to skewer all the pork up. And then I'm going to take it outside and grill, and then I'll show you what it looks like in the end. It's very hot and sunny out there right now. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Now they're all on the skewers, and I'm going to grill it up, and I'll show you what it looks like. Here we are. The camera got steamy. Here is the peanut butter pork or pork satay skewers. Let's give them a try. Tonight, it looks really, really, really good. Now, I've had the peanut butter pork before. I'm gonna go for the salad first, a little bit. Really good. Nice, light, and really refreshing. Now let me have a little bite of the pork. Make sure it's good. Oh, it's really warm outside today. Oh, I died grilling this outside. That's really good. I will eat some of this for sure. So, I hope you give this a try. The cabbage, coleslaw style, Chinese cabbage salad goes really well with this pork. So I hope you give these two recipes a try. Thanks for watching. Bye!